This video is to help instructors with grading an assignment in Blackboard Ultra that has a rubric associated with it, and then how to give some detailed feedback to students as well. We'll do a follow-up video on how students can then access their feedback and how instructors can see whether or not they've viewed the feedback. It's not very easy for students, so it is important that you show them how to get to that feedback, where to look for improvements, things like that. So here in the gradebook, I have an item to grade. That's a journal entry, and it has a rubric attached to it. So right away, I can see the student's instructions, and I gave them a snapshot of what the rubric looks like with the criteria that they'll be graded on. And then here is a student's response, an example of one. So in order to get to the rubric and the grading for this assignment, I'm going to go ahead and click on this little bubble icon in the top right-hand corner. And I'm brought right to the rubric with that criteria. So accurate understanding of condition. I'm going to say based on their response, it's satisfactory. And it's going to start to automatically populate the points from that rubric into the overall grade of this assignment. So for appropriate CNA scope and role, I can be reading this and looking at it at the same time. Communication and ethical care application, I'm also going to say satisfactory. Here I'll say excellent and satisfactory. So I have given the student a 6.5 out of 10 so far. Now, if I've downgraded them in a certain section of a row within this rubric, it might be helpful to click on this little plus sign and give feedback. Now, I can only type in this one, but I'm going to show you a little tip or trick to expedite your feedback for the overall assignment. So I would say that this is not a thorough enough response, perhaps, right? And as soon as I start to type something, this little purple view feedback icon is something that students are going to want to look at as well when they're viewing the submission of their assignment, and then also like you returning it to them, posting it to them with the feedback included. So that's auto saving right here. But I can also, with this plus sign right here, give feedback in general for the student. And here's a little tip or trick that will speed it up for you. Blackboard Ultra allows an instructor to do an audio or video built right into this, right? So especially if this is a bigger assessment, like a big summative project or presentation that they're turning in, this feedback is super helpful because it saves you on typing, right? But then the student can actually hear the tone of your voice and what they're doing really well on and what they need to work on as well. So I'm going to click on this. I can turn on my camera. I don't have to. I could do just the audio file of myself. I can include the screen. So I have all of these different choices, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a feedback here. It's showing that my microphone is working. I'm not including my screen. I'm not including my camera. So it's really just going to be my voice. And it's showing that I get a countdown. And I'm going to tell the student that while this is a great start, they need to be a little bit more in-depth and thorough when it comes to their response in order to receive the full amount of points. Something along that line, for example. I can give this a nice title and just say feedback, right? And I can then save the video for the student, and I save it here as well. And now they've got feedback within their rubric, but they also have feedback to the overall assignment. And the last thing I would have to do here is post it back to the student. So I'm going to post that grade. I'm going to post the feedback, and then a follow-up video will be me showing how the student would access that feedback and be able to view it.